Vishnuya Bhagavata Vivasarasya
Pratishloke Pratyakshare Nanathakaya Premamaya Bhagavata Krishnera Sri Anga Radhe Kahenayata Gopya Krishnaranga
Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapuran Ki Jai. This Saturday Bhagavatam class, August 8, 2026, 10th Canto Bhagavatam, Advent of Sri Krishna, verse 37. So I'll chant it and you can chant after me. Shri Vasudeva Vacha
Shri Vasudeva Vacha
Saganya Gunashurer
Slaganya Gunashure
Bhavangoja Yashashkara
Bhavan Goja Yashashkara
Sakatam Bhaginam Hanyat
Sagatam Bhagini Anyat
Sriyam Udva Parvani.
Sriyam Udvaha Parvani.
Okay, translation. So what's the translation? Okay, Vasudeva said to Kamsa, "O Kamsa, you're the pride of your family, a great hero, and great heroes praise your qualities. How could you, who are so qualified, kill your sister on her wedding day?" Commentary by Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur. So what Vishnu is explaining, that being a Kshatriya, Vasudeva, Krishna's father of Mathuresh Krishna, his father Vasudeva is a Kshatriya. And Kshatriyas follow what they call Kshatriya Dharma, the actions and rules and regulations for the fighting class of people, the warriors, the administrators, the leaders, the kings, the prime ministers, etc. They rule by diplomacy. It's called diplomatic behavior. So according to the rules of Kshatriya behavior, there are 4 types of diplomatic behavior when you're dealing with opposition or enemy parties. One is you bribe them. What is that called?
Dana.
It's called dan, giving money. That's pretty big time in this world, especially in the age of cheating, Kali Yuga. So much bribing goes on. So that's called dan, and the other one is called baid. Baid means you separate them. You send them to a prison island or lock them up in prison, or send them out of the country, or somehow divide them from their followers. So that's called baid, division. And the other one is bring them close to you. Make them equal to you. Sama means equality. You're a big politician with a big salary, so make him a big politician with a little less big salary. You're the president, he becomes vice president. You're the PM, he becomes CM. So you give him a post, you give him a position. You buy his opposition. You can't fight him, join him. So you make him join you by giving him recognition, position. And if none of those 3 work, then you bring out the stick, danda, sama veda.
Samadana Veda Danda. Samadana
Sama dana veda danda. So how do gurus show diplomacy for his disciples? That's why they have three dandas. Three dandi sannyasi, 1 danda to beat the mind of the disciple, 1 danda to beat the ego of the disciple, and 1 danda to beat the upside down booty what are ultimately called Viparita Buddhi, upside down ideas and conceptions, Tridanda. Or you can use 3 types of prasadam. Pakoras, rubbery, and sweet rice. That's Madhurya way of punishing the disciples. You were wrong, you did bad, so take these pakoras and pineapple chutney. Krishna's commentary. So Vasudeva is using diplomacy. And so, fast in this verse, Sama, you're a family, man. We're one, we're family. It's your sister. Come on, don't be cool. And all the kings are like you and they praise you. So he's trying to use pacification with kind words and invoking a relationship and glorifying their qualities. Then he talked about Dan means personal gain and helping others. And then Be means creating dissension. So Shlaganiya Guna. Guna means qualities and Shlaganiya means praiseworthy. Bodhi Asakara. Akara is like star, Akshara, star. So Kara, Yasha means fame, Yashomati, Yashodananda. So he was very famous in the Bodhi dynasty. Like a brilliant star. And Bhaginam means sister. By mentioning this word, he wanted to invoke fear and doubt. This is called Veda. Hanyat Striyam. Hanya means kill, Striya means woman. How can you kill? So although Devaki is going to give birth to her killer, you will not gain fame by killing her, since she is a woman. You should spare her life, and that will help others. Udva Parvani. After all, Devaki is a defenseless woman. That's old days. 5,000 years ago we had defenseless women, but not anymore. Defenseless women became offensive women. No, I don't know about offensive, but they're not defenseless. They know karate, they carry guns, knives, pepper sprays. The modern women don't fool around. My one disciple has a black belt in karate. So everybody wants to go around freaking with her. The girls, that is. Because they won't be afraid of her. You know. Or won't be afraid of anybody else with her there. So, you kill your sister, you become infamous, and this life you can go to hell in the next life. So by this statement, Krishna says, Vasudeva is indicating 2 types of aid, difficulty now and difficulty in the future. The real intention of Vasudeva's words can be understood by taking opposite meanings. So, saying that Kamsa was praiseworthy, you can also take the same Sanskrit to say Kamsa is condemned. He doesn't have any good qualities. He's nasty, causing problems for others. By killing his sister, Kamsa will destroy his dynasty. So he won't get fame, he'll get infamy for destroying his dynasty by killing his own sister, who is a prominent member of that dynasty. Prabhupada's commentary, he says, Vasudeva was a great personality, so he knew how to pacify a cold person and how to forgive even his bitterest enemy. Okay, so that's it for that verse. Okay, 38. That's tense situation. 3 people riding on a chariot. Sword is drawn. Devaki's hair is in the left hand, the whole hair braid. Her baby is in the left hand of Kamsa, and his right hand raised above his head is his sword. 1 second, Devaki's head will get cut off. So it's a pretty tense situation. So let's look at text 38. Mrityur janma vatam vira.
Mrityur janmavatam vida.
Tena sahajayate.
Tena sahajayate.
Adyavabda shatanteva.
Adyavabda satanteva.
Mrityurvai praninam juva.
Mrityurvai praninam dhruva.
The word Dhruva means sure, determined, like our little boy Dhruva. He was very sure about himself. He was 5 years old. He came to the forest of Madan, or Madhavan, I don't know which one. Madhavan? I don't know, Madhavan, I think. To do austerities. And Narada Muni came and told him to go home and eat milk and cookies. Like little boys were supposed to do. And he said, nothing doing that. I'm not eating milk and cookies. I want to get power. I'm out here to do tapa, to get Vishnu's mercy so I can defeat my father and get a bigger kingdom. So he said, no, that's not a good idea, go home. So he was very determined, steady, and firm, and assured in what his purpose was. Dhruva Niti. Dhruva Niti means firm behavior. Niti means behavior, conduct. So he was very firm and very steady. Mrityur janma tam vira. Vira means virility. We have the English word virility, comes from vira ras. Vira means dharma vir, means a heroic person in religion, which Kamsa wasn't. Janmavatam, for one, so Janmavatam, Mrityur means death, and Janma means birth. So he's saying, oh, Veer, oh, great hero, for one who's dead, one who's born, death is certain. So, one who takes birth is sure to die, for death is born with the body. Dehena sajayate. Then he says, one may die today or after 100 years, but death is sure for every living entity. So Vasudeva was trying to say, look, I'm trying to convince Kamsa, it's okay to die. He was really afraid of it. He said, don't worry about it. I have to die, you die, everybody dies. You can't, they killed my sister, your sister, my wife, you can't avoid death. If it's not today, tomorrow. Okay, but I want to be tomorrow. So I killed your wife today. That's his reasoning. So what's the commentary on verse 38? Let's see. Okay, Vishnu says, Kamsa's heart didn't change, so now Vasudeva uses what is called what? First he used Kshatriya Dharma diplomacy. What's that called in Hindi, Sanskrit, diplomacy?
Rajniti, Rajtantra.
Oh yeah, that's Rajniti. Thank you. He used Rajniti. Niti means conduct, behavior. We have Niti Shastra by Chanakya Pandit. It's basically rules of behavior. It's not really a book of philosophy. Like it says, Traveling is inauspicious with 3. Travel with 1, 2, or 4 or more, but never 3. So, like we say, 2's company, 3's a crowd. So you and your brother meet your girlfriend. You're walking down the street, and you say it to your brother. You say, listen, big bro, 2's company, 3's a crowd. You know what I mean? Okay, I'll see you later. Bye. So he tried Rajniti, and now he's trying what? Nyaya, logic. I was born, I'm gonna die. You were born, you're gonna die. Devaki's born, Devaki's gonna die. So why are you doing it now? Let destiny unfold. So, Master Vishnu says, you try to use logic. Listen to me, you can't avoid death. This is why Vasudeva spoke this verse. Trying to convince them by behavior, by conduct. It's not proper conduct. It's not right what you're doing. You're a Kshatriya. You're a Boja, member of Boja dynasty. Your conduct does not befit Dharma. And forget about Dharma. It's not even logical. It's illogical. It's unreasonable. So use Naya. Janmavatam. The soul is there's no birth or death. Only those who take a material body experience death. Sa means with, means it is well known. Ha means the fact is definite. Saha. When will death take place? Va means either today or tomorrow. No one can predict the time of death. Sometimes Jyotishis can. What's it called? Kalabhritu. Time of death. I know one time one guy did my chart and told me when I would die. Not today. That's the good news. So I don't know. That time hasn't come yet. There's one person here that lives in Radhakund, a Manipuri Vaishnava named Shivdas. He told me about his mother. His mother knew the time she was going to die. So when he was 10 years old, she told it was Janmashtami. And she told him when he was a boy, he said, 10 years from now, I'll die. He was 10, she was, I don't know, whatever she was, 30, maybe 25. She was 10, or whatever, on this day in 30 years I'll die, whatever, 20 years, whatever. So he was a young boy. He didn't think anything of it. And 20 years went by. It was about a week before Janmashtami. And his mother gave him money and said, listen, I have some debts in the market among the shopkeepers. So I owe this guy 200 rupees, and so go pay them pay off all these debts. Okay. And then buy me a new sari, and she was a little sick at this time. Buy me a new sari and some glass bangles and stuff. So then she got dressed up. That particular day was Janmashtami. And she said, call my girlfriends, tell them to have a kirtan. So I had a kirtan. Then she gave 101 rupees to everybody. And she listened to the kirtan, was chanting, and just died. With a smile on her face. And he didn't even, and Shivdas didn't put it all together. He cremated her and all the things. And after about a week, he said, she told me 30 years ago she was going to die in Janmashtami. So that's why she asked me to pay her debts. And that's why she don't get a new dress and kirtan. She knew all along when she was going to die, so she prepared for it step by step. But it caught me by surprise. Amazing, huh? Amazing devotee. And she, so you can consider, she had perfected her life. And externally, she looked like a housewife with a couple of kids. Yeah. Ordinary Brishvasi lady, humble housewife, dharmic housewife. But she was a great devotee. Born in, I don't know if she was born in Warakun, but great story he told me, like with tears in his eyes one time. Well, just spontaneously. Do you know how my mother died? I said, no. I was amazed. I was like, wow. Jai Mom. Mom Vijayate. Mom Mrityu Vijayate. May we be so fortunate. So, no one, death can come at any time. No one can predict the time of death. But this lady knew. So I'm saying, Jyotishis can predict the time of death, and she knew the time of death. Mrityurvai praninam dhruvam. Death is certain for all. This verse is similar to a Gita verse 227. Jatasya dhruvam mrityur dhruvam janma mritasya. For one who has taken birth, death is certain, dhruva. For one who is dead, birth is certain. Therefore, O Veera, O grave one, you should not be afraid of death. So basically, Vasudeva is the king, and Kamsa is the king. So they're both Kshatriyas. So the main quality of Kshatriya is what?
Fearlessness.
Fearlessness, courage, dignity, courage in battle, not afraid. So he's also playing on that. Don't be afraid. There's no cause for fear. Okay, let's go on here to text 39. Dehi Panchatvam apane.
Dehe panchatvam apanne.
Dehi karmanuga vasha.
Dehi karmanugo vasha.
Dehantaram anuprapya.
Dehantaram anuprapya.
Praktanam chachate vapu.
Praktanam chachate vapu.
What does vapu mean?
Body.
What does tyagi mean?
Giving up.
Giving up, renunciation. Praktanam. But so we say in Ragvarnan Chandrika Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur describes the causes for taking up Raganuga Bhakti. What does he say?
Adhunika or Prakta.
Adhunika samskaras or praktana samskaras. Praktana samskaras means
Manifest.
old, from before. Praktana means prior, old, from last life. Praktana. You had samskaras for Rag Bhakti, this life you take up again. Adhunika means this life, new. Adhunika, Nuka. Adhunika. It sounds like new also. Adhunika, new Nika. In other words, Adya means beginning. Adya. Adhunika. So Praktanam gives out the body, next body, gives out the present body. Deyantara, what does antara mean?
After the day. After.
Another next one, another one. Avasha means spontaneously, automatically. That word is very common in Sanskrit verses. What about bhakti, guru bhakti?
Etat sarvam gurod bhaktya purusho hi anjasa.
Yeah, yanjasa.
Yanjasa.
That's different.
Avasha. Without
Avasha is there?
Not there.
It's another prominent
Some
verse.
years ago.
Sits my mind. Oh,
Bhagavad Gita there is.
yeah, about 644.
Yes.
Purvabhyasena. Yavasha.
Hriyate yavashopi saha.
Yeah.
Hriyate.
What are these guys talking about? Purvabhyasena.
Kante, Hriyate Avashoki.
Kriyate,
Avashopi saha.
Riyate,
Avashopi.
Yavasho. What?
Api saha.
Avisa. Riyate means from the heart, automatically, one will start to practice that they did in the last life. Purva means prior. Purva rag. Attachment and love before meeting. Purva rag. Prior rag. Infatuation, falling in love stage. So purva abhyas. Abhyas means sadhana. Previous life's practice will automatically manifest attraction to the same thing in your next life. So, you guys are going around again with neck beads on your neck and tiara on your forehead and material desires in your heart. Oh, bad boys, bad girls. Cast aside these mundane attachments.
There's no bad boys here.
Oh,
We're all
okay.
bad girls.
Oh, bad munchies. Okay. Baddies. Okay, let's take a commentary here. Let's see, we got. Okay, what's translation? We didn't read it. Vabu body, pandeya pancha, the 5 things. Okay, the body is made of 5 elements. Okay. When the present body turns to dust, sounds like the Bible.
Yeah.
Reduced to earth, water, fire, ether. The Atma gets another body made of dust. Dust thou art, the dust thou become. And the next body is attained, he gives out the present body. That's right. Commentary. Birth means accepting a new body, and death means giving up a body. Both are inevitable. With this intention, Vasudeva speaks this verse. What is the Sanskrit word for intention? Sankalpa, thank you. Statement of intention, purpose. Why am I doing what I'm doing, where I'm doing, who I'm doing with? How I'm doing. It's my sankalpa. That's part of your sankalpa also. You state where, when. On this day, in Kartik Gopastami, in Radhakundam, Vrindavan, Brajmandal, I accept so-and-so as my so-and-so. Okay. What's another meant for giving up the body? Karmanuga avasha. The new body is decided by one's actions in life. If you have karma to enjoy in the future, certainly you'll get that enjoyment. Therefore, you should go killing a woman, which will produce suffering in the next life, next body. Okay, that's not good. Kill somebody, but don't kill a woman. No. Don't kill anybody. 640, let's chant. What does the word braja mean?
Moving.
Going, moving. Braj. Why we call braj? Because everybody's on the move. Cows are moving. Flute is moving. Hearts are moving, wind is moving, saris are moving, butter is moving,
Dance.
rasa dance is moving. I was reading one book today, and the commentator gave an interesting definition for Ras Leela. He said Ras Leela is any Leela with Krishna wherein a devotee experiences the topmost Ras. So like if you're in Sakirati, for example, Coward Boy, your Ras Leela with Krishna is sitting under the Bandira tree, a Bandiravan, and eating lunch with Krishna. That's Ras Leela for you. You experience highest Ras. Because you feel that Krishna's right in front of you. You don't see any other coward boys. He's not eating with anyone else but you. So that's the epitome of friendship and intimacy in Sakiras. And you have the best foods from your mother, and you're eating them and taking them out of your mouth and giving them to Krishna. And Krishna is taking the best foods that he got from Yashoda and eating them and taking them out of his mouth and putting them in your mouth. That's the topmost experience of Ras in Sakirati. So that's Ras Leela for me. Very interesting. Because Ras Leela, when Krishna dances on the banks of the Yamuna, the Yamuna surrounds, it's not, Ras Leela is on an island off of Vamshivat, in the middle of the Yamuna. So when Krishna is dancing in Ras Leela, that's the epitome of Ras for him. Hasya Ras, every Ras, there's splashing, there's kissing, there's dancing, there's joking, there's everything. Ras Leela is called the Pancha Prana of the Bhagavatam. The 5 chapters are the 5 life airs of the body of Bhagavat. Body of Krishna is the Bhagavatam. It comes to life and it's maintained its life by the frame displayed in Ras Leela of Panchadhyaya of 10th Canto, 29 through 33. Text 40. Commentary.
Verse.
You should read the verse book.
I read it?
No. Verse.
Oh, I didn't read the verse either. Just as a person traveling on the road puts one foot on the ground and lifts the other one, a worm on a vegetable puts his feet on the next leaf before he gets up the previous leaf. Similarly, a Buddha Jiva takes shelter of another body, then gives up the one he had before. This verse gives an example of how one gives up a body and attains a new body, in a subtle form via karma. A man puts his foot forward on the ground. Women also. They walk like that.
I've noticed.
They don't walk into it. Generally, it's nice to use neuter. Like generally, the tradition in English grammar, when you would say he everywhere. But when I was writing my most recent books, I would try to get away from this he, she thing and use one. One puts his foot, one puts there, but then you have to kind of make a little departure from standard grammar. Because one puts his, or one puts her. One puts their foot. So one becomes 2. Because there's not just one person putting the foot down. All devatas are also there also. Because all the senses are controlled by devatas. But as much as possible, I try to do that. It gets a little tricky though. It looks a little odd sometimes, but because anyway, it's a whole other discussion. So that's how people walk, and that's how it goes on. This is a funny purport, actually. A person puts a foot forward on the ground firmly and then withdraws the back leg and puts his foot forward. I mean, come on, Bishop, we know how to walk, I mean, one does not put both feet forward at the same time. Unless you're hopping.
Unless you're hopping.
Bunny
rabbits.
Unless you're frogman.
Cargos.
Or what?
Cargos.
They only have one foot.
Rabbits.
Bunny rabbit.
Ghosts have one foot.
Oh, kangaroo.
Yeah, there you go. She should have that answer.
Yeah, kangaroo. No, that's the best.
Monkeys, when jumping from roof to roof, they go boing, they just bounce over. They jump like that. Monkeys are unforgettable. When you live in brush, monkeys occupy one part of your consciousness.
Yeah.
You ought to deliberately put them there, but they kind of self-record. They're self-manifest in your consciousness.
They're chit gurus. When a monkey's around, your chit goes through the roof. Where's my bag? Where's this? You know where everything is in that moment. When
You
see
become
one.
fully conscious.
Yeah. So how's that not one?
Yeah, it's like a type of Zen, I guess. Okay, an example, the feet are fixing themselves and withdrawing themselves, saying ground. This may be unsatisfying, so Vasudeva cites the caterpillar. It takes the support of one blade of grass with his front legs before he lets off his back legs. It's all Sanskrit commentary, Vishnu. Yes.
Gurudev, this implies that the conception in your next body takes place before your actual death in the current body.
That's what he's alluding to in his commentary.
And that's not what we're commonly taught. We're commonly taught you die first and then you get you come into conception in the next womb. So this is saying the conception happens before the death.
The question is asked that the commentary and the verse itself, not the verse, but the commentary indicates that you get the next body is also subtly experienced in the mind before you die. So how is that possible? We never heard that before. But this idea is there in the Gita also. In the 8th chapter of Gita, verse 6, he said, whatever you're thinking all the time, that you become. So you can think of it like this. Our subconscious mind is like a piece of marble, a block of marble. Whatever we're thinking is like, if we're thinking of one picture or one identity over and over again, it's like taking that square block of marble and carving it into that idea or that thought or that picture. But our thoughts are the sculptor. So our thoughts are sculpting our next body in our subconscious mind. So, for example, if a husband has a beautiful wife and he loves her and is really attached, he's always thinking about her. So he's even unconscious about it. He's not conscious that he's so attached, but he actually, the subtotal of his thoughts, the majority of them are going towards his wife. So even is unknowingly carving the body in his subconscious mind of a woman. And before he leaves the body, he may see a woman's body, which will be his. So the body appears in the mind before you get it. You may not see it or may not be aware of it, but the man is the architect person, the human being is the architect of their own destiny,
Correct.
to follow my philosophy.
No, that's a good answer, thank
So that's why we're always told to do Rup Dhyan.
you.
And Rupa Vishwanath wrote a whole book called Rupa Chintamani, small little book, where he describes the forms of Radha and Krishna and Yugal, and we put that summary in our book Art of Chanting, how he described to meditate on the form of Krishna and Radharani, and both of them together. So we have that form in our mind, or the Radharani's lotus feet and her marks on lotus feet. But the question is, are these marks on Radharani's feet more deeper impressed in our subconscious mind than our wife?
Yeah,
That will be determined
at the time of death.
at the time of death. So that the extent of attachment depends on the depth of the love. So like Prabhupada gave a very interesting axiom about Grihastha life, which I said many times. Grihastha life means learning the art of showing affection without attachment. Showing intense affection and love and care and concern for your husband or wife, but no attachment. That's yoga. So it's not an easy thing to pull off. That's one of the main important messages of Gita. Non-attachment. Action, inaction, and action. Akarma. You're doing karma, but there's no reaction. You're doing action, but there's no reaction. Material reaction. So let's see. That was verse 40. Now verse 41. I need some water. Page 41. So it takes 41. Shodayata pashati deyam idrisham
Swapne yatha pashyati dehamidrisham
manoratena vidnivishta chaitana
manorathena abhinivishta chetana
drishta shrutabhyam manasanu chintayan
drishta shrutabhyam manasanuchintayan
prapadyate tat kim api ya pasvanchi.
prapadyate tat kimapi yapasmriti.
What does pashati mean?
Perceiving.
See
Swapne, dream,
in dreams.
Dhyam, see a body in a dream. What does Rath mean?
Chariot.
Chariot, Man means what?
Mind.
Chariot of mind, who's riding on it?
Intelligence.
Atma.
You. Everybody. Intelligence is true. No, mind. Mind is riding
Manorathena,
on
yeah.
it. Intelligence
Oh,
is,
he's the driver, that's right.
yeah, intelligence is trying to drive it, but he's blind. Abhinivesh, what do we say? Griha Pravesh, what's it mean?
Entering into it.
Entering into household.
How stalling deity, what do they call it?
Instant deity.
Installing a deity, what do they call it?
Pran Pratishtha.
Pran Pratishtha, that's their name. So Abhinivesh means to be entered fully. Abhi means full. Nivesh means to get inside, like Pravesh. enter into the house. Be fully absorbed. Chaitana means Chaitodharvana Marchana, consciousness. This thing is on.
Yes.
I feel I can't hear something. It's okay, maybe a little louder. Oh, that's right. Radhe Shyam, Radhe Shyam, Radhe Radhe. Okay, yeah, that's good. I'm half deaf, so I can't hear. Sorry, guys. What are you saying? Manovartana, Chaitana. Okay, let's see the translation here. Having experienced a situation by seeing or hearing about it, one contemplates and thinks about that situation, and one surrenders to it, not considering his present body. By mental adjustments, one dreams at night of living under different circumstances in different bodies and forgets one's actual position. Under the same process, one gives up the present body and accepts another. That's the way it goes. It's going on and on and on like that. Vishnu's coming through. Vishnu shows an example to Kamsa from everyday life. In a dream, one sees a body like the waking body. Similarly, a person whose consciousness is deeply absorbed in someone through seeing a king or hearing about Indra will dream of seeing oneself as a king or Indra, and attempt to enjoy like the king or Indra and forget his original body. Prabhupada tells a story how dreams work, how the mind cleverly combines things to create a new reality in a dream. He was flying to Zurich. He was flying over the Alps, and he saw big mountains called the Alps. And he was reading an in-flight magazine. It was an article about gold reserves in different central banks, federal banks around the world. It had pictures of big gold bars. So Prabhupada fell asleep. While he was sleeping, he dreamed of a mountain. It was made of gold. He dreamed of a mountain of gold. So what happened, the mind combined different images, different sensory images. Mind saw and processed a mountain covered with snow. And mind saw an article and pictures of gold blocks. Then in this process of dreaming, the subconscious mind created a golden mountain. Of course, we know it exists, also Mount Meru. So this is the thing. We dream, we make things, we create a reality that we want in our dream. Sometimes we dream of Guru also, but we can even dream of Krishna as possible, Samurti, or even see Krishna. It happens sometimes. It's hard to explain how or what it means, but it happens. People tell about that and have their experience also. Nothing to debate about. You can't say you didn't have it, you can't say you did have it. But you can say, where is he now? Are you with him? Has your wife turned into Krishna? I don't think so. So what's that verse? 41.
Yes, Gurudev.
We read the translation, right?
We read commentary of Krishna.
Okay. We read the commentary also.
Yes, Gurudev.
Now, Prabhupada has also a commentary. What is this verse describing? What's the concept? Vague concept.
Soul entering into different body, one after another.
What's one word that describes that?
Reincarnation.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's word is okay, but it's called transmigration. Migrating means to move. Trans means across. So we're moving from one body to another. From dream to conscious body, from conscious body to next dying and taking a living conscious body. Transmigration of the soul is very nicely explained in 10th Canto Bhagavatam, Chapter 1, verse 41. Sometimes one forgets his present, their present. Sometimes one forgets one's present body and thinks of one's childhood body, of the past, and how one was playing, jumping, talking,
So on.
and so on. That's the dangerous part, the so on. When the material body doesn't work anymore, it becomes dust. Residually. That'd be good. Ooh, praise for that.
Yes. Vande Nandavadastrinam Padarenam Abhikshnasa.
Nice. Okay, Padarena, dust to the feet. And dust shall return. And the body will mix with the 5 elements. The fire of the body will mix with the fire. The water will evaporate into gas. The air will mix with the air. The earth, the bones will go into the earth. The ether goes out. The mind continues to work. The mind is the subtle substance which the body is created. When you die, how does the Atma leave the body?
From one of the holes.
Along with certain body.
The crown.
From one of the holes depends.
You're saying Brahmarandra, that's pretty rare.
That's yogi.
Usually the mouth, ear, anus, depending on the consciousness. Yogi leads through the Brahmarandra. But that's where he leads from. Doesn't describe how he leads. I asked how he leads.
With subtle body.
So what is eternally staying with the Atma in the material world?
Mind.
Subtle body.
Subtle body. Same question, different way to ask it. So the Atma sits in the mind and the buddhi, intelligence and ego, and travels to the next body. It actually travels to Vichaloka. And from there it goes up or down, or stays in Vichaloka for some time. Vichaloka is like a heavenly planet. You're there with all your friends, all your relatives. Or you may be hungry. And no one's doing shrat. Anyway, all these situations, different planets, are described in Garuda Purana and other Puranas. What you do, how you experience their life in different planets and different types of bodies. Very interesting subject, but not much related to self-realization. But it's all described very minutely in Vedic literature. Okay. Probably has long commentary about preaching and whatnot. Anyway. The mind is ultimately controlled by Krishna. The word in this verse, apasmriti, is very significant. Forgetfulness of one's own identity. I mean, smriti means remembrance. I mean, apa means without. It means you're forgetting. So, forgetfulness can be controlled by Krishna, because Krishna says that where in Gita?
15:15.
15:15.
Sarvasya chaham
Sarvasya cham radi sanavishto matasvate jnanam bhavanam cha vyasya svayam vedanta kriveda cha. Yes, from me comes remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. Instead of allowing one to forget one's real position, Krishna can revive one's original identity at the time of death, even though one mind may be flickering. Very important commentary of Prabhupada, verse 41. Because a lot of times people die, devotees die in Vrindavan, or die anywhere. They're not chanting Hare Krishna. They're unconscious, they're on heavy drugs to counteract the pain they're experiencing. They appear to be unconscious. They're not moving, they're not speaking, their eyes are closed, they're barely breathing. They're counting down their last breaths, and suddenly they're dead. They're gone. They're out. They're out their body. So did they remember Krishna at the time of death? It's not very clear. As Prabhupada's saying, that remembrance, you say even the mind may be flickering, even the mind, although the mind may work imperfectly at the time of death, Krishna gives the devotee shelter at his lotus feet. Therefore, when a devotee gives up one's body, his or her body, the mind does not take one to another material body. Krishna takes the devotee to Goloka Vrindavan to engage in Leela. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Very inspiring commentary by Srila Prabhupada. One's consciousness should be absorbed in Krishna, and one's life will be successful. Otherwise, the mind will carry the Atma to another material body. Oh, no, thank you. No, thank you, sir. Not this time. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Verse 42. Come on, wake up, guys.
Just good.
Yato Davati Daiva Choditam
Yato dhavati daiva choditam
Mano Vikaratmakam Apa Panchasu
mano vikaratmakam apa panchasu
Ganesha Maya Rachiteshu Te Yaso
guneshu maya ruchiteshu dehyaso
Prapadyamana Satena Jayate.
prapadyamana satena jayate.
Yata means one place to another place. Davati means speculates. It also means runs. Davati means runs. What does Ma mean? I mean, there's a guy named Madhava.
Doesn't run.
No,
His husband,
that's Madhu.
Lakshmi.
Dava means to run. And Ma means identity, ego. So Madhu means one who runs to his true identity, which means one who runs to Radharani. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Madhava. Dava means run. So he runs to Ma. Ma means ego. There's no greater identity that Krishna has than being the lover of Radharani. So this means, Madhava means one who runs to his lover. Ma means ego, means who I am. What is Krishna? How Krishna answer? I am the lover of Radharani. You call me Vasudeva Nanda, you call me Nanda Nanda, you call me Dwarkanath, you call me Rukmini Nath. But I am only Radhakant, lover of Radharani. When I'm in Mathura, I think of Radharani.
Yeah.
I cry out Radharani's name. When I go to Dwarka, I cry out Radharani's name. On the battle of Kurukshetra, I cry out Radharani's name. I say, oh Priya, oh Priya, oh Priya, oh Priya. So many verses in Gita have the word Priya in it. 12th chapter. The whole chapter talks about Bhakti, mentions the word Priya. Because when you talk about Bhakti, you have to talk about Radharani, because she is the origin of devotion. Devotion is made of Lavani Shakti. The Lavani Shakti is Radharani. So he says, Priyosime, what does he say?
Priyosime.
Priyatama. Same bhakta. Priyosi. Priyo mama.
Huh? You're going blank. More Brahmi.
Madbhakta me priyaha. Priya also Priyosime, he says. Like that.
You become very dear to me, you become a devotee like I'm describing. He describes the qualities of a loving, pure devotee, which means inadvertently, unknowingly, or knowingly, Krishna in 12th chapter of Gita is describing Radharani's qualities. They sing Priyosime. If you have these qualities, you'll become one of my Priyas, you'll become Priya Saki like Radharani, because my Prana Priya. She's my Prana Priya, she's my Priya, she's my everything. So Madhava, one who runs to who is lover Radharani. Okay, text 42, I think we read it?
Yes, Gurudev.
Translation 42. At the time of death, according to our thinking, feeling, and willing of the mind, which is involved in karma, when we seize a body, the body develops according to the mental activities. Change of body are due to the flickering mind. Otherwise, the soul can remain in its original spiritual body. That translation is little philosophy kind of poetic license in the translation. Without knowing you're being actually convinced of a philosophy that the Goswamis don't support. Because it's talking about fall back. You were in the spiritual world and you fell down, that's what the verse indicates. But the Goswamis say that conditioned souls are in the spiritual world eternally. The Sanskrit doesn't say what the translation says. Nothing personal. But the Goswamis say that the conditioned souls are eternally in the material world. They didn't fall from the spiritual world. You can never fall from the spiritual world. It's impossible. It's eternal. Anyway, in other words, the verse is saying, because our mind was flickering, we left our original spiritual body and came to the material world. That's what it said.
Yeah,
But that's not true. That's not what the Sanskrit doesn't say either. So it's different, they say to understand Shastra, you have to study with a guru. And Chaitanya Charitamrita, it's Swarup Damodar or Lord Chaitanya tells Bhavacharya to learn the Bhagavatam, you should go Bhagavatastan. To learn the Bhagavatam, you should go at the place where the Bhagavatam, understand the Bhagavatam at the feet of a Bhagavat. It means at the feet of a guru. So this is important to understand. Okay, what's that, 42?
Yes.
Okay. The mind can only enjoy Because the devata is to control the mind. Vikaratmakam, changing mentality. Whatever objects are produced from the 5 elements are impressed in the mind, becomes attracted to them. Then the mind attains those objects. Deha also. Because of close association with the mind, the soul also enjoys those objects, along with the absorbed mind. Okay, this describes basically what happens at time of death. Now the mind, we have to always think of Krishna, fill the mind with thoughts and feelings and remembrance of Krishna, so our mind will go there at the time of death. Okay, text 43. The mind. Imagine all this preaching is going on in a chariot.
Kamsa.
Kamsa.
Is he still holding the sword up?
Because it's
The
still.
sword's gonna get tired.
Yeah, his arm's getting tired holding the sword there.
Maybe that's the plan, to just make his arm tired.
Yeah. Stalling for time.
Nice.
Gives him a whole Bhagavad Gita class before his wife's head gets cut off. I mean, it's like really wild. I must admit that. Text 43. Just try to visualize the thing. It's pretty
I'm
amazing.
visualizing him like this, with the
Yeah.
spoon like this.
So, Chotir, Yataibo, Daka, Partish, Hadko, Shamira, Veganugatam, Vibhavyate, Devan Shamaya, Rashitavasopuman, Ganeshuraga Nugato Vimuyati. Raganuga Bhakti in there, look at that. Goodness, Raganuga Bhakti Vimuyati. Somaya, cool words. Vegan is there. You become vegan also. When the stars, moon, sun are reflected in oil or water, they appear to be round, long, and because of wind moving the object. Similarly, when the soul is absorbed in materialistic thoughts, one accepts various manifestations of one's own identity because of ignorance. Believe it or not, women are also in ignorance. And men also. Although it says he, it also means she. Because women were just, yeah, that's right, not us.
That's where it's okay that it says.
Yeah, that's where it's okay.
He is okay.
He is okay. The guys are ignorant, but not us. In other words, one is bewildered by mind, the agitation by modes of nature. I really like the commentary of Prabhupada. It really attains one's original position as a spiritual form, understands Krishna in his spiritual form. That's Siddhaya. Okay. What is my original form? It says that in verse 43 also. Revise one's original spiritual form. I really like when Prabhupada said that. Original spiritual form. It's beautiful. Beautiful. You think of your spiritual form, you'll smile. No need for diet.
I get shy.
Huh?
I get shy when I think of my spiritual form because it's so beautiful.
You
It's not my fault.
should be frightened then.
No, I'm shy.
The Krishna's going to grab you.
Don't.
Okay. So Krishna, Vasudeva commentaries. Vasudeva gives an example of how the soul associating with the mind attains the next body. Jyoti means sunlight or moonlight. Vodka, look at this. Russian word here. Vodka. Refers to water. That's right.
Get it.
Water, that's pretty cool
It's
because
Russian water.
It's in Bhagavatam.
Order became vodka.
Original recipe.
Sanskrit, Rusko, Indo, Sanskrit word. That's pretty cool.
Good.
It's hot water. Because it's cold there, it's hot water called vodka.
Yeah.
It burns like fire. I heard.
I know.
Okay. Pass the orange juice. Thus spake Zoroaster. Okay. Okay. Ganeshu, body created by Maya, or one's ignorance. When bewildered takes up the same desire for enjoyment. Vasudeva said, by killing Devaki, you will obstruct the soul's desire to enjoy. Even if you die, you will enjoy the next body, because you will attain auspicious body, since your good deeds must bear result. By killing Devaki will bring you suffering in the future life. Your death by the future son of Devaki, which was announced, is unavoidable. It's arranged by law of karma. Therefore comes to accept that death. All you can do is have Markandeya Rishi perform some ceremonies as preventative measures.
He's going to kill both now.
That's so funny.
It's not Chakravarti Babaji.
It's really humorous. What time is it?
5:20.
I think that's it. I can't go anymore. Srimad Bhagavatam ki.
Jai.
Prasad.
Gurudev ki jai.
Maharaj.